Buffy the Vampire Slayer should never get rebooted. It should also never get rebooted with a black chick. And if someone makes a new Slayer show with a black chick, it should be Joss Whedon. In context, from what I know about the Buffyverse and Joss Whedon, I feel like his whole drama with Cordelia was... I mean, she was 30 at the time when she got the tattoo and had spent, half a decade on TV. So her not getting the enormous problem of her getting a tattoo, to my mind, Joss Whedon, thought she was fucking with him. Also, I mean, one year he's promoting her as Wonder Woman. Another year he's pissed at her. And he's pissed at her when she got pregnant after her honeymoon. And around that time, Angel was fucking around on his wife. So, I mean, I don't know if they are, if they were, fucking. But the way that she was describing that thing, and David Boreanaz mentioned something, there was something about the way that she described that thing that just makes me feel like, yeah, I think Cordelia fucked Angel, and Cordelia's kid might be Angel's. So if she did fuck him, and Joss Whedon is not saying something because, I think that's a nice thing. On the other hand, he could have just been paranoid. Also, I don't see how someone cheating on his girlfriend, his wife, has anything to do with his political stance on feminism. One thing is an interpersonal thing. Giant chunks of married people, cheat. I don't know how many, but a lot of, married people go around, from what I understand. There's in general a high amount of infidelity in various places around the world. And, I think him having to deal with all the ego of Hollywood for all those years, I mean, the closest thing you got to a Joss Whedon sex scandal was a thing where he asked the chick to come to his house to watch him write, and for that he gave her some money. And he's writing, and she's just sitting there being silent. So you might have thought, well, she probably thought she wanted to fuck her, but then he didn't. I kind of feel like Joss Whedon is probably a nerd who survived the insane bullshit that was Hollywood for 20-something years, 30-something years, and just managed to live through managing 3 different critically acclaimed TV shows at the same time on 3 different networks. I mean, you gotta fucking have a little bit of a mental crisis after doing that with 90s and early 2000s Hollywood, of all things. Of all fucking things. I can absolutely see him getting fucking paranoid as fuck about everything. Also, I think he was probably very annoyed about doing Justice League, and directors sometimes have to take certain jobs because of Hollywood politics. And Snyder, even in the Snyder Cut, the way Victor's dad died was just an insult to my intelligence. Joss Whedon would never have allowed a character to just die like that. There's absolutely no reason why Victor's dad would die like that. It didn't make any sense at all whatsoever. I hated it with a vivid passion. It made no sense. And the thing he cut with the Flash sequence was annoying because the Flash's visuals were annoying, and I know that Joss Whedon doesn't exactly have the best visual aesthetic in his head, but man, was that trash. Also, he's a good writer. I absolutely could have seen like the Natasha infertility thing being handled way better, like way better, had Josh Whedon stayed on board and managed the development of that character over time. So yeah, I think Josh Whedon should be put in charge of the next Buffyverse installment, if there is such a thing. It should not be Buffy. It should not in any way be Buffy at all. Like, Buffy could be there, but it should not be a black chick taking Buffy's place. Buffy is Buffy. She's just like Emma Peel. You can never replace her with someone else. It's just not a thing. Make a new character, do new stuff, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, etc. Or reboot it, but make it something completely different. If you're gonna reboot it, and make sure the people who reboot it are enormous fucking fans, and make magic happen, and sell yourself to the devil, sell your soul to the devil, and be shocked that the devil couldn't fucking fix this thing, because you cannot replace fucking Buffy. You just can't. No. It would be easier to replace Robert Downey Jr. as the next Iron Man. It would be easier to create a brand new Iron Man who's not Robert Downey Jr. than it would be to erase Buffy. It's just that ingrained in everyone's mind. It just doesn't make sense. You need to wait at least 50 years to reboot Buffy.